Election day down in Tennessee. That's a state, Jesse. Voters casting their ballots for an open congressional seat in the state's 7th district. Between that awful gal who hates Nashville and the Republican, both sides are rolling out their big guns, including this fossil.
Tennesseans are determined to claw back decency, self-respect, and common sense from the most corrupt and dangerous president in American history.
Number one, she hates Christianity. Number two, she hates country music. How the hell can you elect a person like that?
I spoke with Afton over the phone, maybe a week or two ago. And I was just so impressed when we were discussing this moment that we're in.
Dana, I find it hard to believe that anyone can vote for somebody who sounds like a nasal spray. But,
Afton?
it's entirely possible that Afton could win. What does that say about Nashville?
Well, I think it actually says something more about national politics. And I believe that the margin will be closer tonight than anyone should feel comfortable with on the Republican side. I do think that Van Epps will win, but this, again, is Democratic Socialists on the march. Last night, the Democratic Socialists in Washington, D.C., and now she'll be running for mayor, too. So, guys, it's happening. They're all coming. That's where the energy is. Republicans need to wake up and understand that just complaining about the term socialism is not going to get you there. Voters are looking for change, and this feels to them like the most immediate way to get it because it all sounds so good. And none of it's true, and none of it will work, but you have to explain that to people.
It is so true, Kayleigh. It's like, I think that we fall back on like calling somebody a communist or a socialist. Those words don't mean anything to somebody that's like my age, born in like the 90s. So what do Republicans need to do?
Republicans need to show their work. And you saw that today with President Trump in the Oval Office cabinet meeting. You saw everyone speak, and you saw several of the cabinet members lay out their affordability plan. I've spoken to several, Doug Burgum, who says, I've unleashed 34 leases to drill. That's bringing down gas prices. Then I go over to Scott Turner over at HUD. Scott Turner tells me, look, we have 1 million new homeowners, half of whom are new homeowners. He's laying out his plan to help young people, Gen Z, buy houses. And we heard Charlie Kirk say, when young people can't buy houses, that fuels socialism. But you need to put these pieces together. The work that's been done on inflation, I mentioned gas prices, the fact that it was 9.1% inflation, Trump brought it down to the 3% range. Tie it together, a cohesive message. It is right and correct to point to the socialist takeover in the Democratic Party. 47% of Democrats voted against a resolution to condemn socialism, but it has to be a 1-2 punch. Point out the extremity of the left, lay out your plan for affordability, because that is what fueled Zoran Mamdani. He does not have the right remedy. Prices will skyrocket in the city. Republicans do, and you need to share it and show your work.
You know, in the green room, Jessica, you said something that kind of blew my mind. You said, you know, Greg, the reason why cities embrace bad ideas is because their most vocal supporters are buffered from the consequences of those bad ideas. And I thought, my God, Jessica, if only you said that on the show. And then I thought, I'll just say it for you. So, Jesse.
It sounds exactly like me. That's how I talk. And I wrote it in big print Sharpie, too. So I agree with Dana that Matt Van Epps is going to win. I think it's about 6-7 percentage points, which is way too close for a Trump plus 22 district. And he made the same mistake that Jack Ciattarelli made in New Jersey. So he said, if I had been in Congress, I would have voted for the Big Beautiful Bill. The Big Beautiful Bill will take health insurance away from 210,000 people across Tennessee. Rural hospitals are going to close, et cetera. But he also said that there's no policy of Trump's that he disagrees with. And I think that voters, no matter their political party, are looking for you to be independently minded, for you to say, I like this about our national leadership, I don't like that, right? Or this is my idea to drive down costs for you. And I mentioned this yesterday, families paying $650 more on average than they were a year before. That's real money, and that's a real result that they're paying attention to. Now, Trump had a great announcement today. I want to see the fine print on it, but I love these Trump baby accounts that he's doing the $1,000 into your bank account right when you start. It's interesting that the Dells are financing it. I don't know if there's some kickback coming from it, but those are the
Who cares? It's private.
No.
Dell's financing it, right?
Yeah. I said, I don't know how this all bears out. He is getting private investment for things like the ballroom, and we'll see what kind of tax breaks they get or backroom dealings are going on. I was trying to say something nice, so just let it go. But that headline came today, right?
Yeah.
And maybe people didn't even know about it, but what they did know is that Costco has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration to get a refund for the tariffs that they've had to pay out of hand. Or they know about Trump pardoning this guy, this private equity guy, $1.6 billion he defrauded average Americans, veterans, teachers, farmers. Those are the kinds of people that Trump is saying, along with the Honduran president, I'm commuting your sentence. But
What does that do to Tennessee?
this has to do with how he's managing the country and how people feel about their
I
lives
don't think people
and
follow.
believe values.
You said a lot
They
of stuff
do.
there that had nothing to do with Tennessee. So let's bring
That's
Jesse
not
in
true.
to end this segment. Jesse.
Yeah, so the billionaires, if they don't want socialism and the people at the gates with the pitchforks, they should spend $1 billion or $2 billion here and there on the baby bonds and stuff like that. They should be much more charitable and throw lavish parties where we could all have feasts and watch men joust on horseback.
See,
That's
Jessica.
what people used to do.
That was about Tennessee. For
Yes.
sure.
Now, I don't know
exactly.
what's going to happen in Tennessee, but whatever happens tomorrow, Jessica will spin it.
I'm not going to be here.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, who's in for you?
Thursday,
Who's in?
Friday.
Harold,
Oh, is he?
Oh, thank God. I'm just kidding.
enjoy the rest of your week.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Oh,
good for
okay.
you.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah.
Why? Oh,
They'll break into your
don't
house.
do anything bad to me.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.